Well, here it is, February 7th, 2017. It's about 70 degrees outside. I'm talking to you from inside the truck here. I'm going to shoot about 100 rounds through my Canik TP9SF Elite. I came down yesterday and shot 100 rounds through it. And the difference between the ejection patterns yesterday and when I first got it out of the box and shot it was different as night and day. And unfortunately I didn't have the camera with me, but I brought it today, so I'm going to set it up at an angle to where you can see the ejection patterns and see if it's gotten any better. I'm really not going to be shooting for accuracy or anything like that. My main concern is still erratic ejection patterns. Like I said, they seem to have gotten a lot better yesterday, and hopefully the trend will continue. Let's go ahead and watch this. Alright. Only felt one hit my shoulder. Alrighty. Finally hit it. Whew. Let's do a mag dump. My final 10 rounds. This will be rounds 90 through 100. Well, how about that difference? You know, the ejection pattern difference from where I just shot here at the first of this video and on the last video, it is just as different as night and day. I could not believe that. First of all, no magazine, nothing in around or in the chamber. It's safe. I did nothing to this gun. I didn't clean it or anything between shooting sessions. Now, when I shot that first video with the first shots, you saw that was some of the most pathetic ejection patterns you probably ever seen for a first time out, you know. The only thing I did to the gun was when I brought it home from the gun shop, I run a patch and brush through the barrel, kind of went over it a little bit and put a little bit of oil on it. You know, nothing major, just a little bit of this and that where it needed to be. And took it down there and fired those first shots, and like I said, the ejection patterns were pathetic. And I can't even think of a worse word than pathetic, you know, but if there was, that's how I would describe it. And then a couple days later, excuse me, I went back down, fired another 100 rounds through it. It was like those bad ejection patterns had just magically disappeared. I hadn't cleaned the gun or nothing since that first shooting session. And I was like, daggone it, why didn't I bring my camera down and record that? And so the next day I went down and recorded what you just saw here. I can't believe the improvement. And those rounds I shot there were rounds 200 through 300. I'd said on the initial video that I was going to give this gun, you know, at least 1,000 to 1,200 rounds before I make any decisions on it. And right now I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not going to have to wait near that long, but that's the timetable I gave it. Now, a fellow named Daneo65 left a comment saying that there should be no break-in period that long. You know, if it was up to him, he'd get rid of it or send it back. Well, that's not the gun's break-in period. That's the timetable I'm giving it. Because back, when was that? November of 2015, I bought a slightly used Gen 4 Glock 19. It was a nice thing. Looked like it had never been shot. Had some really nice fiber optic sights on it. And it had erratic ejection problems. Well, I kind of bailed on that gun. I jumped the gun on it. And I sold it because of that problem. And I've regretted it ever since. And I made up my mind, if I ever get another firearm, new or used, I'm going to give it some time and make sure that it's enough time to where all the problems, they can either be smoothed out or, well, they don't get smoothed out. And then I trade it in or sell it or something. But speaking of that Glock that I sold, and this Canik reminded me of it so much, I went this past week and laid away another Gen 4 Glock 19, a brand new one this time. And I'm going to give it the same timetable that I'm giving this Canik or Janik or whatever you want to call this. You know, I'll just call it a Turkish bullet shooter if I want to. You know, uh, or I can call it a constipation problem solver. Why? You get shot, you're gonna shit. Well, you're gonna bleed too, but you get shot, you're gonna shit. That's, oh boy. But yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow morning and put 100 more rounds through this, which will be rounds 300 through 400. And this time I'll be using Winchester white box target rounds. Uh, I've already shot enough aluminum case stuff through it. I've already shot 147 grain ammo through it. Can't find any 124 grain ammo, but I did see at Walmart some Hornady Critical Defense 147 grain ammo. Might give that a try. I think there's only like 20 in a pack of that, but I'll shoot about 5 rounds of that and see how it does. And I'll put the other 15 up, you know, and use that for carry later down the road. But this is fast becoming a keeper. Like I said, I'm not going to jump the gun on it. I'm going to stick to my gun and at least get up to that 1,000 to 1,200 round mark and, you know, make my final decision then. But right now, if I had to make my final decision right now, I would say this is a keeper. All right. Well, that's it for this update. And tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to be shooting 100 more rounds through it. And we'll see what happens, all right? Catch you then.